Today I'm going to make a diorama base for this Revell model. An assembly and review of this model can be found in this video. Please, feel free to hit the like and subscribe buttons at any time and you will be notified about our future builds. To create the base, I used a piece of mat board and attached small pieces of XPS foam and then covered these pieces with muslin. Then sketched where each texture would be placed. I wanted to glue the sand into place first. I placed a layer of glue all where the sand would be and then poured the sand onto the wet glue. I then repeated the same process with potting soil. And then again with green flocking. Using greens and browns, I airbrushed the surface of the base to blend and create more depth. I then airbrushed black onto the majority of the model surface. This tones down the bright colors of the model and makes it look more like the film. Moss green was added around the feet and legs. Burnt umber is an excellent color to use when applying mud and dirt. The model was then glued into place with CA glue, then the glue was set with zip kicker. Zip kicker makes CA glue cure almost instantly. Reindeer moss can function as undergrowth and shrubs, and just glue where you want it. Shred jute cord with scissors. The fibers can be used to enhance terrain textures. Next, I glued on some paper ferns to help fill in the undergrowth. The process used to make the ferns can be found in this terrain build. Next, I airbrushed moss green and burnt umber to blend all the textures together. In order to make palm trees like this, you will need green paper, jute cord, a wire hanger, masking tape, and some kind of glue. Cut about 16 to 20 palm fronds and using a knife slice the edges to give a leafy effect. Next, take a piece of masking tape and fold almost in half with the tacky side facing inside. Make sure to leave a little of the tacky side exposed. Wrap this around a 4-inch piece of wire hanger, making sure to overlap the tape as you descend. To make the top of the tree, I glue the palm fronds around a seed bead, but you can easily do without this. Build up the shape of the tree in a way which looks like a palm. Attach this to the wire and continue to add palm fronds. Take some of the jute cord fibers and glue in the area where the wire meets the tree top. This helps blend the edge. To paint the tree, I used burnt umber, khaki tan, and marsh green. First, baste the trunk in burnt umber. Then dry brush on khaki tan. Finally, use the marsh green to cover the exposed paper edges. The trees can then be glued into place with CA glue. Khaki tan was used as a base color for the sand. Base the water area in white and then use a turquoise wash on top. Darken some of the turquoise to add depth to the water. Use white to create the water's edge. Once the paint is dry, apply layers of Elmer's glue all to the surface of the water. This will add shine and texture. When finished, the entire piece was glued onto a prepared wooden base. Finally, a piece of this epic battle scene can be added to one's collection. If you haven't done so yet, hit those like and subscribe buttons to see more builds coming your way.
and follow on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.